Jeff Cross with Cleanfax magazine here. I'm with Patty Harman at the RIA convention. In the background you can see they're setting up for a session coming up.
Yes.
Patty, why don't you tell us your role with this association?
I am the Director of Standards and Communications, and I am the Editor-in-Chief of Cleaning and Restoration magazine.
Okay, well, thank you for sitting down for a moment. I just wanted to ask you how things are going with this trade show and the seminar, the education. I can't fault your location. We're in Myrtle Beach.
Yes.
Right now, it's pretty nice.
Worked out very nicely. Actually, everything is going very well. Our attendance is up significantly over last year, about 128%.
Nice.
And we are up about 38% over 2010. So that's a very nice jump. Everyone seems to be very happy with the way things are going, and the education sessions have been very well attended so far.
Well, it's good to hear. So what's coming up in the future for the association and events?
Well, we have a couple of things going on. One, this fall we have a great contents event that's going to be taking place in New York City, and we're working on doing some tours in and around Ground Zero, because many restoration companies were involved in the restoration of the buildings all around that area, so we'll be doing that. We'll also be doing some contents courses up in that area as well. And then next year the convention will be in Las Vegas at Planet Hollywood, and then the following year we will be probably in Orlando somewhere. We haven't booked the location yet, but we're going to be alternating between Orlando and probably Las Vegas or someplace on the West Coast on a regular basis.
Okay, sounds good. So you've got the future planned out. Vegas next April. Is there anything else going on with the association?
Actually, our first ANSI standard just came out.
Okay.
It is called affectionately the soot standard, but it's for detecting whether or not there is soot or char in an HVAC system. And it took about 3 years to develop the standard and to go through the vetting process and the comments and that sort of thing. And in mid-February, we received notification that ANSI had approved it and was recognizing it as an ANSI standard. So it's the first standard that RIA and IESO have done, and it will become a part of the major fire damage standard that RIA is creating. We're going to be doing what are called component standards. So will be different standards for different aspects of fire restoration. The first standard that we're working on relates to whether or not a structure has been impacted. The second standard will look at whether or not contents have been impacted in any way. We'll also be addressing health and safety issues. We'll be doing how to clean contents from whether it's a grease fire or a dry fire or wildfire particulate, that sort of thing. And then there are other standards that'll be coming down the road.
Okay. This is your first one?
This is the first one.
And was it a fun time getting that all approved?
It was, I don't know, it was a challenge, and actually it went very quickly. It took us about 18 months to write the standard. And it really is, it's the comment period that takes so long, because you have to review all of the comments, you have to respond to all of the comments. If you don't resolve all of them, you do the whole process all over again. And so it takes some time, and it even resulted in our changing the name of the standard so that it was very specific for a structure fire as opposed to a wildfire or a building impacted by a wildfire.
Okay, so the first one's coming out. When can we see it?
It is actually out right now.
Okay.
People can purchase it online from the RIA website, restorationindustry.org, and then we also will have a PDF version in about 2 weeks.
Okay, the soot standard.
Soot standard, yes,
Nice.
That's what we call it. And actually it is the first standard that is based on actual science. And the science for determining whether or not a building has been impacted will be the same science that we use for the major fire damage standard as well.
Okay. Well, Patty, that's great information. Thanks for sitting down with us.